Don't laugh at that.
We're live.
And we're okay.
Live from our bedrooms. You're in an undisclosed location.
Held at gunpoint by some not so nice. Yeah, it's not great.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Should I move? Don't joke about that.
I realize that it's not the best time. You're actually doing a sound check. Yeah. I can't. No.
Okay.
Somehow I'm just.
I challenge you to talk like that with your mouth moving that way.
Racist toward Japanese. Not good.
Okay. So I used to do my eyeliner like this. We were talking about eyeliner off camera. Right. But I was using a chunky, I think the brand was Revlon. It was like the but I can't do eyeliner unless I have that shape of pen. And so I went on Amazon and I found the little stampers. I mean, don't use Amazon because it's unethical, but I slipped.
Are trying to get to net zero carbon footprint by 2030. I saw some propaganda on it.
Yeah, Amazon propaganda, honestly.
An Amazon tattoo. I love him. Bezos, love the guy.
Look at the ting ting.
Cats.
So I'm in the middle of a move right now. I decided I'm going to live in a van for a year. So
Charlie, are you going to live by a river?
I might. You know, Adam Sandler and I have the same birthday.
Ooh, that's my Adam Sandler. Ooh.
Ooh. And it's no wonder I'm so into whatever. I'm not going to say that. I don't want to harass Adam Sandler. I feel like there's consequences.
He walks around in basketball shorts. I feel like he's pretty low key.
Yeah, I mean, same. We have so much in common. I'm sure our birth charts are really on point. What's been going on with you? I'm in the middle of a move. I decided to live in a van. What's your news?
But if you're deciding to live in a van, then how are you in a move? Aren't you just always moving? Thank you. You know what? Thank you.
I'm gonna start moving and then never stop.
Okay, yeah, best wishes. Okay, I'm just signing with you. Like you're just moving.
Well, I'm moving into someone's place and I'm watching their kids for 6 months and then I'm getting a van. So that's like the plan.
Left that part out and skip to the van.
The decision is a huge decision. And let's talk about astrology.
Okay.
Mars is about to go into retrograde. So you can start panicking now. Just throw a Molotov cocktail at a building or something because it's going down.
Okay, let's just air it all out there. It's always in retrograde. It's never not. I feel like this is one of those things where it is perpetually always in retrograde.
Well, this is Mars. You're thinking of Mercury, and that's only because...
You're right.
Oh my God. And I'm going to be 26 in 3 days.
No, are you excited? That's a very important number and birthday.
Well, you know, the numerology of 26 is 8, which is the infinity number. And I use 8 a lot in my spell work. So it is an important age. And I'm having a mid-20s crisis.
It's called a quarter life crisis.
You know, I used to say that in high school. And some people laughed, but some people roasted me.
The John Mayer. Not great. But quarter life crisis, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm always in a crisis, no matter what my age is. So I mean, I feel like that's
so that's what's been going on with me.
Let's talk 26. 26 lighters on my dresser. Party? Are you having a birthday party at the? You can't have birthday parties because of the quarantine. Is it quarantine right now? Is it or no? Do we know?
Man, we could talk conspiracy about all that.
That's we will.
Yeah. Well, yeah, quarantine is still in effect. Restaurants are at 50% capacity. Texas is under a mask order. So you're really only supposed to go out if you have to.
It feels like people are just out and nobody gives a shit.
People are out.
Not that
People are out.
I'm okay with it. Just go. Be out.
Well, school's about to open up too. Some of these districts, I mean, there's going to be a surge. I don't mind that I work from home and that I don't really have to go anywhere. But I will say, for my birthday, instead of having a party, one of my boyfriends is taking me to the lake, and we're going to an Airbnb that has a petting zoo. I'm so excited.
Oh, not great. I'm just telling you. I've been bit by 2 goats, 2 ponies, 3 geese. And,
3 geese?
Yeah, and then I've been stung by multiple wasps. So, and got bit by a bat. So those are like but the goats and the pony for real. Those things bite, and that's what they're there. That pretty much, if you're going to a petting zoo, you're going there to get bitten, right?
I mean, I don't mind if a cute little animal bites me.
Okay, all right, all right. So, what kind of animals? Is it just chickens? You can pet the chicken. I don't know why I said the right. You go to pet chickens.
There are some beautiful chickens. I love chickens. There's goats. I don't really remember. I'm kind of like not in the loop, but it is farm animals. There's definitely not any exotic animals. It's just like somebody's farm, and they hung a sign on the fence that says petting zoo, and they're like, yeah, if you're staying on my property, you can touch my goats. Like,
at least you're like, well, yeah, you're staying in this tight place, but yeah, you do have to deal with the animals, the pets. You are all guys. You're sitting you're a shepherd. You got like a staff trying to get the sheep in.
Well, some of these places were like, get the full farm experience and come like do chores for us. And I'm like, bitch, good luck trying to get me to do chores on my birthday.
Out of that though. And there's probably some fucking dorks who are like, well, I want to clean the barn rafters. It's like, okay, buddy.
I've never been that close to animal shit before. Let's give it a go.
No, that probably, God, that's a fucking really good idea. Except you get some guy fucking named Darren who just fucking doesn't know how to use a shovel. It's just like, it just ends up being worse.
They just make it worse. That's a funny idea.
Darren. All right.
It sounds like an episode of Portlandia.
Never heard of it. What is that? Reason is to do that right there. Like, I don't know why. It's so.
It's not fair to me. You know what I mean? It's not fair to our audience. It's not fair to me.
Try living with me. It's not great. It's not inside my head. It's not good.
What do you think is going to happen during this election?
Trump's going to win.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I kind of agree with you.
There's nothing else. I mean, what else? I mean, seriously, what else?
Here's some other options.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the conspiracy community's down low.
Okay.
Trump postpones the election. Technically, that's not legal, but it's something that he has talked about enough to where it's on our radar. Idiot. Another option is that Biden either steps down or like dies, quote unquote, and then Hillary swoops in, or Kamala becomes the presidential candidate.
Okay, so where? Okay.
And then there's the other option, which is that the election is rigged because of the mail-in system. And all of these Republicans are like, oh, it's the Democrats are going to do voter fraud. And it's like, if somebody's doing voter fraud.
I trust the Democrats less than just about anybody. The Democratic Party is a fucking absolute shit show. They cannot be trusted. They're the reason. I blame the whole COVID thing on them. This is a Hillary. This is a Democratic National Party conspiracy.
My cat is just right here on my desk, and I can just say like this.
To ruin Trump, and it didn't, and they've dragged it on, and then they're dragging it on so Joe Biden doesn't have to debate because he can't fucking talk. And yeah.
That's a really bad move, bringing Biden in.
idiots. I mean, they deserve. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you deserve what you. I mean, you reap what you sow. Honestly, you screw Bernie Sanders twice to bring in fucking Joe Biden. Anyway. So shout out to politics. We're loving it.
Well, here are the other things that might come up around the election time. They just had disclosure of aliens, so they might start doing fake alien invasions from Project Bluebeam.
Pretty fucking sweet. That's a perfect time.
Right. And they also, I mean, there's a lot of talk about like
the timing would be bad after the COVID thing. I feel like that society as a whole is not in a position to deal with that at this current juncture.
Well, they disclosed it.
Well, yeah, we know that. We know they're real. I mean, they're going to attack us.
I don't know. It feels like
I feel like they will. They're going to do that, but just not like piling on. Like, you fucking goddamn what? Like, hey, shoot me with your laser beams, fucking fake aliens that kill me. Please kill me in the whatever that's called. What's it called? Project Greenlight. That's the Matt Damon show on where they do the movie scripts on HBO.
No.
What is that
I
called?
don't know what you're talking about. I meant to say like, no, I don't get it.
Yeah, it was like some movie making thing, and they make one movie, and they have all these scripts, and Shia LaBeouf did this movie. It's called The Battle of Shaker Heights, and it was actually pretty good. Shout out to Project Greenlight. Good show. I'm now working for them. So we're just trying to make the best movie possible. You know, we're looking at different scripts, and you know what? Well, this year it's up for grabs, so we'll see.
Okay, that's not real.
It is a real show, though. It really is.
I would love for people to get confused about Project Bluebeam and be like, "Hey, who is that? The actor that runs it, Matt Damon?"
Yeah, it's like him, and they pick these. It's good, and yeah. They get like put some money behind. Anyway, so yeah, Project Bluebeam seems a little too like friendly and like shucksy. Shouldn't it be like Operation Lizard Tits or something? I don't know.
Operation Lizard Tits reporting for duty.
My call sign.
Here's what I feel.
Okay.
I feel like the veil is thinning.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been, I mean, there are a lot of Americans that are in distress right now, but there are also a lot of Americans that have had to work for like 60 hours a week their whole life that are now realizing like what alone time is. And I think that like, I mean, spirituality is like blowing up right now. And I think that that's the key to aliens.
What do you mean?
I think that they're like in another dimension and we can access them through witchcraft, which is a simplification.
DMT.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried DMT, so I can't say.
Well, yeah, well, who are those creatures that you're talking to then? It's God or it's aliens or one or the one and the same.
Well, here's what I've been thinking about lately is like, so when we talk about, because I've been getting into the paranormal a lot more lately. I've been listening. We'll get back to that. But one of the things that I've been noticing about my interest in the paranormal is like, I have like a context for ghosts and angels and shit because my family like would speak in that language. But there are people that have like alien encounters, quote unquote. And the way that they describe it is a lot like the way that, you know, we would describe some phenomenon that we experience, but we don't attribute it to aliens, like missing time or like, you know, hearing things or seeing things in the sky. So it's like, I think that it might be a perception thing.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it could be one and the same, right?
I also believe I'm an alien. So just to presence this is all about my quest to find myself. I'm not trying to discriminate against any ghosts / otherworldly entities.
Ooh, we are being. We don't like. Yeah,
we're gonna have to cut a lot of this episode.
Me and the Ghoul, like the Ghoul Coalition, we don't like how the aliens are treating us. We're
Well, I mean, look at Skinwalker Ranch. They're like, oh, alien sightings, ghost sightings, dogmen, like all that shit.
Bigfoot's holding a fucking press conference. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So the podcast I've been listening to is called Euphemet. Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, so good. The host of it was on that other podcast, Third Eye Drops, that I listened to. And they were talking about ghosts and shit. And I was like, ooh, let me hop over here. And then I started listening to all these ghost stories. And then I'm like, whoa, I'm like totally enrolled. And now I'm having paranormal experiences. And I'm having like all of these magical synchronicities. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, you definitely can open yourself up to some more experiences by just even like being aware and like I don't know why that is.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Like, did somebody say ghosts? And then they just to the podcast on ghosts. And that's when they show up. They know if you're listening to podcasts and you're into it, that's when they start haunting.
Well, I'm really glad that I've been doing witchcraft for so long, because if I saw a ghost like 10 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, possess me, whatever. But now I know better.
Okay, hold on, wait a second. And he's like, that's not what I do. That's not.
Chill out, lady. Like,
oh, I'm trapped here. This is a penance. I'm just trying to get through the day. Like I'm stuck here in this warehouse. Please just let me mosey about. And I'm a timestamp. Just let me do my thing.
Have you watched Lovecraft Country yet?
What is that? I don't know what any of this stuff is.
You gotta hop on it.
What is that?
I think it's HBO Max, maybe, and it's
okay. I do know what that is. I haven't. I heard
they have some cool paranormal shit going on in that show, and the music is incredible. You'll love it, especially.
Okay, we'll see. Is it scary? Because I don't like anything that's spooky and scary. I really don't like things that are scary.
It's you know, I don't like watching things alone that are super scary, and I was okay to watch it alone, but it was kind of on my growth edge.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Like I had to pause it once and like walk away.
I just don't like things that jump out. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I don't like things that jump out.
Not a lot of jump scares.
Okay, tight. Just the ones that haunt you to your very core.
Yeah, a lot of very core of my being scares. Not a lot of jump scares.
Existential crisis. All right, so I'm into it.
Yeah. So yeah, well, so the thing that happened, did I ever tell you about my grandma thinking that her ring was cursed?
No, but I mean, cursed items. You know me and my haunted dolls. I love cursed items. But yeah.
Okay, so here's the story.
Into it.
My grandmother's birthstone is opal.
Okay.
And her mother passed down an opal ring to her. And then she said it gave her bad luck and that it must have been cursed, so she stopped wearing it.
Okay.
And then she got this opal necklace like a couple years ago because she loves opal and she wants to wear it, but it's historically been bad luck for her, so she hasn't been wearing it. So she gets this necklace and then she starts having bad luck again because it's an opal necklace. And why would your mom curse you? You know what I mean? Like, is there something I don't know? And then I get the necklace and I wear it overnight while I'm at my grandma's house and I have these wild dreams. Like, like incredibly vivid. I'm being like spoken to directly from like all these different directions and people in my life. It wasn't like scary, but it was like definitely like really intense. Like it felt like I was awake and I was in this other world. So that was like kind of terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
But I survived. Now I feel like way cooler about it.
Okay, but I want to know, like, yeah, so why would her mother curse her, number one? Why would the birthstone in particular be cursed to her? Yeah, there's something to that.
And, well, you know, I also heard that opals are bad luck anyway. So it could just be that it's an opal. But it does seem like a weird coincidence that it's also her birthstone and that it was given to her by her mother. I've been really into this weird, because I didn't know I was like Welsh until a few years ago. And I didn't know that Welsh people were druids and shit. Like I didn't really know anything about my history. So now I'm really curious about it. And I'm getting all these like little breadcrumbs about like the history of my family. It's fucking weird.
That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight though.
It's pretty tight.
extremely tight. Shout out to Welsh, just up there, just being Welsh.
What has your paranormal life been like? Have you been watching shit? Have you been up to like?
No, but I mean, I'm always into it.
You're spooky. You're always doing your devil podcast.
The what? What about the devil podcast?
Where you're the devil and George Bush.
Real devil in hell. I'm just like, hello, the actual devil, the real one, the real one. Shout out to the devil, just out there. Really, he didn't ask for that job, you know. He really didn't. He's really just doing his best out there. Why does he look like a goat, though?
You know, I think that that's misinterpretation.
Oh man, he's got hooves.
Because I think that there's like a lot of goat and ram, like iconography at the time that was like symbolism. But if you think about Satan as an archetype,
he was like this he was like so hot that like God had to throw him out of heaven because he was like super hot.
And I've also heard mythology that like Lucifer was a musician, and there's something about, I mean, it's all vibrations. And I think that like people think that like low vibration means negative, but that's really just like limited thinking, because you can hang out with the devil. You'll just be closer to earth instead of closer to heaven. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't really want to. Number one, I don't want to hang out with the devil. Do I? He could be. He kind of. What if he just is like super just misunderstood? He's like, guys, I'm fucking pretty tight. Like, I really I like rock and roll. I like all the cool stuff. I like sex. I like drugs. I'm doing my best, guys.
Well, also,
I don't believe it. I also really don't believe in the devil in general. No, I don't think hell exists at all. At all.
I don't think anyone that believed in the devil would feel comfortable impersonating them. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yes, they're super like weird about it. Where I'm like, they don't even like me like joking about the devil. I'm just like, no, man, it's not cool, man. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that stuff. Don't talk about demons and I'm just like, okay.
Well, Christianity is what created demonology. Right. Demonology didn't exist until Christianity existed. So
I do believe in hell now because I do believe in demons.
I do believe in hell now. Well, I think we're in hell, dude.
We are in hell. No, I mean, I don't believe in like souls being sent somewhere to be tortured for living in the Amazon and shit. I don't believe in that. But like demons are real because fucking the Catholic Church, for all of its terrible things, they're all about demons. They're all about ghouls. They're all about aliens. They're all about that stuff.
I was literally just thinking today that the reason so many Catholics get possessed is because they have like this thing that like comes with the Christian religion that's like corrupt about it, where like the demonology has become wound in with the Christianity. And so they're really experiencing, like for them, it's like really satanic, you know, because that's the version of the devil that they've created. Which, I mean, I don't know if Catholic people have more exorcisms. That might just be something I see in the media.
Do it. They're the only ones that do it. Like but they have like I don't know. They have these like ancient rites, and they have priests that are trained to do this, and like there's something to that. What are you looking at? Are you looking at a ghoul?
I'm looking at our feed.
Here, I'll do sign language. Yeah, no, there's like there's stuff to that. I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. I don't know what that means. Have like ancient like rites and fucking like, did they ruin the world? Yes, of course they ruined it. Did they get fucked? Yes, we hate it. We don't like it.
Well, did you see my tweet about John D?
Who's John D? Is that Pauly D's cousin?
No. John D is this like astrologer and alchemist. And during the time when he was alive,
great word. Sorry, go ahead.
He also astronomer. He was into both because back then it was all, you know, twisted together. He advised the queen that he was the astrological advisor for. He advised her to colonize. And there's like, this is like one of the first like recorded things that we hear about John Dee. Like he had this huge collection of books and he became like a part of the elite. And then he was like, hey, queen, you like are entitled to this land and you should go get it. And he used spirituality as a way to do that. And so like when we talk about the Catholic Church ruining shit, like nobody's free of it because it was the cultural norm back then to have this same kind of elite attitude. And I think it started with them because of their way of like changing recorded history. Yeah. But it totally like continued after that.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll blame the Catholic Church, then we'll go just England in general. Just we'll blame
the whole English Empire, the City of Vatican, like those two places can just Disney World would probably be the next one.
I love it. I love Mickey Mouse. Just love that guy. Love Mickey. Love fucking all my good friends there.
Well, this Disney shit, man, I'm really waking up to how the media has been hypnotizing us. I can't even really watch a lot of movies anymore because it's really difficult for me to like be programmed like that.
How so? Where they're making you sing songs about a whole new and new place.
Like I get like possessed.
Like the Latin amp says sex and then like
I get possessed by. Well, you know the feeling when you go into a movie?
What?
You know the feeling when you're watching a movie and you get like sucked in and then like the movie's over or your phone rings and you're just like sucked out of it for a second? Like there's like a way that like we get enrolled in movies in a way that we don't get enrolled with or even TV shows, like other kinds of media. Music is probably a close second because we're really musical as human beings. But that visual stimulus and all of the covert messaging in the dialogue and the music and the actors themselves, like I feel like once you start seeing through it, the facade, it kind of ruins it. It's like once you know what's in your food, you can't like eat a hot dog anymore. Not to say that some people don't still eat hot dogs because not everybody is, you know, on the same life path or whatever, but
so you're okay. You're not watching movies. You're hanging out with ghosts. And fucking hanging out, petting goats. Honestly, you're crushing it right now. But like, so is it which movies? Because I mean, which movies are we talking about? What movies are we talking about? Every movie? Is every movie programming us?
Well, the last couple ones that I repeat that.
What's art and what's not art? What has ulterior motive?
Well, it's all art. Like that's what art is it's all like, I think it's the art of hypnotism.
Ooh, I like it.
Like that's why when you watch cheesy stuff, it's not the same.
What do you mean cheesy stuff?
Like things that don't have like that extra hypnotic quality.
I don't know I've never been like lost in a movie where I'm just like,
oh, well, you know what happened is I met a hypnotist.
See, well, that's not great. You probably got
tricked. Well, maybe it like changed my perception about it because now I'm really sensitive to it because it felt like what he was doing when he was like going in for like my psychic boundaries. You know what I mean?
No, I've always said like there's a fucking just seeing how easy like people that are masters of hypnosis can do that. It's like, yeah, this is very dangerous. I was like, this is very dangerous. It's not good. Like people are terrible. It's just not great. So yeah, you probably have a bunch of people just tricking us and telling us to go buy Kia Sorrentos or whatever. Who knows what they're doing? I mean, everything in there.
Hi, ghosts. I would like to enroll you in some of my marketing for a Kia Sorrento.
Ooh, I prefer the Kia Sportage. Like the Optima. Why do I know so many Kia cars?
Well, here's the deal. I want to go ghost hunting.
Yes, it says every time. Yes, of course. Unless it's too scary, then I'm not in. But if it's
well, let me tell you about the journey with the ghosts.
What?
What'd you say?
I'll go to a graveyard right now.
Let's go to a graveyard. I just drove by a graveyard today.
Let's go. Let's just go read. Yeah, let's go hang out. Let's dig up some bodies and just see what happens.
I don't know if I want to commit any crimes, but
sorry, I don't know. I'm a grave digger. I don't know if you know that. It's been a long con to get you to come graves and get steal gold.
Come stay at my Airbnb. You can work in the graveyard.
Yeah, sleep with the goats. I'll be like, all right, I'll be out here. Just don't mind me. Let's go.
So the thing that I've been doing is I'll be like, because I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I have psychic powers. Let's just get over it, y'all. Okay? I'm tired of the stigma.
We've all been saying it. Finally.
I don't want to hear it anymore, okay? I am proud of my abilities. I am not ashamed of them, and they do not make me feel like a crazy person. Just kidding. But like maybe if we ended crazy stigma and ableism, I wouldn't have that problem.
What number am I holding up?
What'd you say?
What number am I holding up right now? You have psychic ability? What number is it?
This is the version of
think in. What number is it? What?
You know when you're at a bar and you're like, oh yeah, I do comedy, and someone's like, can you tell me a joke?
Yeah, this is part of it. What number is it? Come on. You're going to get it right. I know it. I'm not going to let this go.
I am going to tell you right now, I don't know what number you're holding up. I don't feel comfortable.
Just pick a number. Let the
Three? I don't know.
What did you say? You say 3? That's exactly what it was. See what I'm talking? Right. Yeah. See, look. At 3 the whole time. Yeah. So you're clearly you're fucking. You got it.
Whatever.
So stupid.
So I started realizing I had psychic abilities, and then I was like, okay. Like I've been talking to my dead dad and my dead grandpa for a little bit, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll do other stuff with this power. And so I started doing that. And then I was like listening to that podcast. Maybe, did I already tell you about this? Where I was like, ooh, I want to start seeing ghosts.
Well, I want to start seeing ghosts. And I was like, ready. They come. They're good. They can't wait to show up for this. They're like, move.
Well, it's not what you think.
You know, that would be a message I would have absolutely welcomed.
Like if you were just like laying on the couch on your ghost phone and you were like scrolling through tweets and you were like, oh, this bitch wants to see ghosts. Be right back, y'all.
Go on. All right. Put the sign up out haunting. It's got to go back. We got a new. Oh, she's super excited about this. But
okay, and so then I would be talking to ghosts, and I would start to feel, or not talking to ghosts, but I would be like inviting stuff in after I did all this protection stuff. And then I would feel the presences kind of like enter the room. And I was like, ooh, cool. And then I would like start to like meditate and see if I could like see what they look like. And then as soon as I start doing that, I get scared. And I'm like, all right, never mind, y'all. This is too scary. And then they just go away.
What the fuck? You don't know how long we've traveled? Fuck. Like, all right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess we'll go. I love that you weren't scared when the presents showed up. It was about meditating to see them. You weren't like when you like knew them.
Well, yeah, it's like feeling them. I'm like,
I mean, like when you know something's there, like that's.
Well, it's scary to not see them too. I think like that's kind of what makes me scared. Is like.
That's not
because I feel something, but I can't see it. And then I'm like curious about what it is. And then I'm like, oh, what if it's something bad? And then I get scared and then I banish them, which isn't really, that's kind of a toxic relationship for them, right? Like, I should probably figure that out.
Man, but can you not? Oh, we're banished? We're fucking banished now? They're so upset about it.
Oh, look, we have comments.
Is there a ghost? Oh, okay. Oh, comments. Okay.
I don't even know if I want to show them without consent, but we had someone say missionaries are just sparkly colonizers.
Okay, I love it.
Which is true.
Yeah.
And the internet is legitimately haunted, which that resonates with me deeply.
True. It's very true. You ever gone to www.google.com? Pretty scary.
I know it's really not that exciting for anyone else, but my cat has never just laid on my desk like this, and I'm really loving it.
Meow.
I also think my cats come into my dreams. I think they can astral travel.
Why? Of course they can. They're cats.
And sometimes I wake up. This is so funny. I was trying to flirt with this. This probably won't be that funny to you. But I was trying to flirt with this guy and we were talking about like spirituality and stuff. And he was like really hot. And I was like, do you ever like wake up in the morning and you look at your cats and your cats are like, they give you this look like they were just in your dreams? And they're like mad that you woke up. And he was like, no.
All he said was no.
Just the word no. And I don't hear that word often, right? So, and then I was like kind of expecting him to kind of keep the conversation going. And I realized that he like wasn't on my wavelength about cats or dreams or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, sometimes I feel that.
You ever like eat breakfast, eat a meal between breakfast and lunch? It's like lunch or something like this. He doesn't have any good ideas. Is what basically.
It's called Second Breakfast, popularized by Lord of the Rings.
Is that true? Is that like what Taco Bell had the fourth meal? It's like, fuck Taco Bell, you fucking goddamn pieces of shit.
Someone on Facebook asked me who Dr. Bones is. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's Dr. Bones Winslow. Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's me.
What's your resume? What's your bio? Do you have like a 1 or 2 sentence bio?
DDS. Yeah, I'm just a dentist.
He's a dentist. I'm going to say that. I don't know who this person is.
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Bones Winslow.
He's a dentist. Mouth bones. Am I right, ladies?
A witch doctor. So if you want your head shrunken, then, keep it up.
You can't claim witch doctor. It's not yours. It belongs to the Africans.
It's my favorite word. Okay.
Sorry. Here's the deal about magic. I was about to make a TikTok about this today, and I still might if I could figure out how to record a TikTok. But what I was thinking about was like, all these white witches are talking about shadow work and shit. And here's the deal. I'm not free of my internalized bullshit either.
No, we don't. Scarens? Come on. God. Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Knew that was better than that. Okay, we're back to Scarens. Yeah, what's Scarens?
Halloween season starts now. Okay. But they're talking about shadow work and they're appropriating all of these fucking religions and practices. And they're like, oh, got to be sure to do my shadow work and delve into the darkness and heal my bullshit. And they're mentioning, okay, I get it. We all have trauma. We all have lineages. And you're not posting about fucking colonization and white supremacy?
Sorry.
Like, that's the biggest global trauma we fucking have. Rebecca or whatever the fuck. That's part of shadow work. Like, where's the Instagram promoted post about that?
Why don't you go and fucking hex the moon, you fucking stupid ass magic?
They're fucking hexing the moon and messing with fairies.
But you know what? But I thought one thing about magic was that you can pull from it's your own journey. You can pull from wherever you want. So if they're gonna be stupid and want to delve, well then guess what? The darkness is gonna delve into them. Feel me, Playboy?
Well, it's like, think about Haitians and their rich history of witchcraft, which is something I'm just now reading about because I'm catching up with the rest of the world because I'm privileged. If they a lot of those deities, a white person is the enemy. So if you're claiming hoodoo and voodoo and you're not initiated, you're fucking up. That's dangerous.
I mean, as dangerous as it is, that's super interesting and very fucking powerful. If there's one thing I do respect, it is voodoo. And
yeah.
No, it's super cool. You can't you can hex people and you can do all this dark stuff to it, but if the person did not deserve it, it comes back to you fold or twofold or something. No, seriously, you can't just be an evil voodoo person. You have to it's checks and balances. Just like anything.
Yeah, most systems like that
you have to it's. And I'm serious. I've read a lot about it. Shout out to voodoo, man, out there just being tight as hell.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, no, I watched this thing. And there was this voodoo priestess was talking about how that voodoo has a really and I mean, of course, it's good old white people doing what they do, but it has this reputation of being dark and evil and all this stuff, and it's like it's like no, not really. It's like it's not at all. It's like there's much dark as there is light. Like, but
well, there's consequences, which is something a lot of white people aren't used to hearing about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm roasting all the white witches. I'm not free of it either. I'm sorry, I'm being a bitch.
But we're sick of white people. We hate you. Tired of you.
Well, here's the thing. There's only one thing, and here it is.
Once, twice.
I'm about to tell you the one thing.
What is the one thing now? This is it's the one thing.
We would know. It's not about the color of your skin either. In my view, based on my research, it's about where you come from in your DNA. That's my theory. This is all theory. But I would know what my fucking lineage was if it weren't for the very same evil that, created genocide all over the world, which is just this idea that people that live on the land are unclean and savage, and the people that live in a civilization are clean and deserve to take land from them. Because as a Celtic, Welsh, Druidic, or whatever my history is.
Here we go. Just kidding.
My history got lost during the witch trials. You know what I mean? And different, families of magic have their history lost because of things like this, which is what I think these proxy wars in the Middle East are. Bringing it back around to conspiracy theories. I think that they're decimating history so that people can't connect to their lineage, so they can't find out what kind of fucking magic they're doing.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I feel like that's like the whole thing.
All of those places ransacked. There's, people all over the world that are holding on to these artifacts that don't fucking belong to them.
Yeah, the fucking Hobby Lobby guys got the fucking arc.
Wasn't that hysterical? I love it.
But like that's like, yes, that's hilarious, and it was fun times to joke about Hobby Lobby and all of their Egyptian artifacts and whatnot. But like, there are so many fucking oligarchs and just super rich people that just like they own all of the stuff.
Yeah,
the museum's got a couple of things. All of the cool fucking stuff's in fucking Timothy the 17th up in his fucking in his castle dwelling or whatever. I don't know whatever Timothy the 17th, wherever he lives.
Well, it seems like this is like how spirituality and conspiracy tie in so well, is that it's not just those people. Like they don't need money. I mean, they have a lot of it, but they just exist in a different class. And so when you see people fucking up like the Hobby Lobby people, that's why billionaires protect that circle. Because once they start letting new money, like these rich Hobby Lobby fuckers and this Hobby Lobby guy is doing what a bunch of politicians were doing for years, but he fucked up because he didn't have the connections. And then, he probably gets shut out, or like
he doesn't get to like drink the baby's blood or whatever. Or he has to, yeah. Yeah, there's something to it. There's gotta be some sort of punishment.
Yeah, it just seems like when, I just see rich people fucking up all the time. And I'm like, just go a little higher up this weird like economic totem pole, and there's some we could be chipping away at a lot more. And this is the thing I was talking about earlier about the election, is there's a list of indictments for a lot of trafficking, and we don't know when those are going to get hammered down, because Epstein and Jolene got arrested early before everyone else, which means everyone else has the opportunity to prepare for arrest.
Never come to light. I've been around the block a couple times, and I'll tell you this. I mean, when they're showing up in broad daylight, fucking FedEx guy, judge. I mean, like it will never. There will be a fight. There will something will happen. It will never come to light. I just, it sucks. It's demoralizing, and it won't. Well, we will never find that the island deep as that. It's just that's my take on that. Yeah, it's too much at stake. Way too much.
Yeah, as soon as Ellen started getting called out on Twitter, I was like, fuck, it's over.
it still is over. But yeah, that's why. But what's Ellen? Is she a sex trafficker? She's a what's? Oh, she's mean at work. Oh.
Well, she totally is a sex. I mean, allegedly. There's a lot of information about her and rituals, which sucks because she was the first stand-up special I ever saw with my gay mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love Ellen.
That's I don't see. That's one. That's one. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it on that. I don't know. I'm not gonna not believe it, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay.
You can't just loop everybody. You can't loop everybody in, you know?
I don't know. I think you can.
All right. You everybody looped in.
I just believe
Fucking dancing lady. She like my brother and sister-in-law got like thousands of dollars worth of baby stuff from Ellen, the Ellen show. So that's like shout out to Ellen. I love Ellen.
I'm gonna send you some links. I'm gonna see if I can convert you on this Ellen thing because I don't think she's a good person.
Easily can. I'll read it. Like, okay, I believe it.
I always believe that shit as soon as I see it. I'm like, that looks photoshopped. I'm in.
Yeah. Just I don't know. She just. I guess I could see it. That would be a pretty good.
The other big one is Tom Hanks.
See,
because he got coronavirus and then he exited his home in a Navy van. And hasn't really been heard much from. So
yeah, and his wife's last name is Wilson, and the volleyball's name is Wilson.
Did you see Duncan Trussell's bit on his Instagram where he did the heat scam?
No. God.
Oh, it's so funny. You got it. I'll send it to you. All these LA comics go out in the heat with winter clothes on and take a sip of hot coffee, and they're like, the media says it's warm in LA, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you it's cold as shit. And it's like so nonsensical. I don't even know what the point of it was, but it's pretty funny. And then they're like hashtag heat scam, and Duncan Trussell's like reposting all of them. They're cute.
I love just wacky and zany stuff like that, and I like antics. I'm a big fan of antics.
I like pranks where there's no victim.
So what is it? What would that be?
Heat scam, hashtag heat scam. Or like when you make someone a sandwich and you cut it into a shape.
Yeah, like, haha, gotcha, it's a turtle, idiot.
Yeah.
That'd be the best thing ever. That's a pretty good prank. It's like, all right, well, I can't wait to eat my just normal, regular shaped sandwich. Triangles could be one big square. I don't know. I'm very excited. This rectangles I'm excited to see what a rhombus. Anyway,
that's the shape you think I'm cutting it into when I'm pranking people.
Yeah, it's a rhombus. It's a very.
It's two dicks.
Two dicks, one cup, playboy. All right, what you got? Anything else? Any more ghouls? All right, so we're ghost hunting. We got you're seeing ghosts.
Mars is going retrograde.
Jupiter's going.
The election's gonna be wild.
Yeah, I'm blaming. Yeah, I'm blaming it all on.
Oh, we should touch on geopolitics.
Okay.
There's slavery in China. Stop buying Nike. Stop buying new shit from China if you can.
No, I'm.
There is.
Buy Nike. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'm just kidding. I am gonna keep buying.
I mean, there's a lot of Chinese warehouses and factories that are engaging in slavery, and we don't even know the half of it. But it's like, as far as now goes, Nike's a good, safe start for boycott and tweeting about. And then in the Philippines,
probably true.
Have you heard what's going on in the Philippines?
The Philippines is just an awful place. A lot of karaoke is going on. They love to sing there. I mean,
gosh, I just gave you an opportunity to be racist. I retract that. So the
not all them.
So what's the Philippines is a beautiful place, but what is happening is they have like this war on drugs, and authority figures are like slaughtering people in the streets, and there's like secret police, and people are going to jail for no reason with no trial, and they're killing the press. So people that are trying to report on it are getting murdered. It's awful. Tweet about it. The things that are going on in the Philippines are fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what's his name? The their prime minister.
I don't know their names.
He's in charge. Manny Pacquiao is killing people. Okay, well, we'll see.
Here's the thing about history. I'll say this.
They've been doing that in the Philippines for he's been doing that for a long time. They were doing something kind of like a witch like Salem witch hunt type thing too, where they were saying like anybody that was claimed to be a witch, they were just like killing on the spot, like killing all sorts of these people just for doing like, man, it was not great. Not good.
Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, it just goes to show when we live in an intolerant society, everyone's religion is at stake, including witches. So be nice to Christians because it's about to get hard for religious people. And then whatever I was gonna say, I forgot. There was another geopolitical thing that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so Philippines, you said something, right?
China, Philippines. Fuck. I should have written it down. I never prepare.
To the Philippines, to where else is travesty afoot?
Well, I was going to say the thing about history.
Okay.
I mean, travesty is afoot all over the place. I mean, we can't even leave the country right now. Things are not good here. History is recorded by the documents of people that know how to read and write. And that's true for everything that we know about the past, mostly. And it's also true for everything that is occurring now in our society. So when we look at the news, this is why I don't care about the names of leaders, because the populace is the important subject of news and history and philosophy, but we don't get enough information from them.
The dude that's like ordering the people to die should be, notorious, as they say. Not be the bad kind.
You mean on a wanted list? Yeah, I think that there should be some people that are saying that person's name a lot.
I can't think of the prime minister's name. It's something. It's probably Manny Pacquiao, but it's something like that. Manny Pacquiao, something like that.
So do you have any spiritual goals for yourself until we speak again? I'm about to go on a journey for my birthday. I'm about to go onto the other side of the veil, and I'll let you know what I find and when I come back.
Okay. Can you? That sounds pretty tight. No, I don't know. I'm just always peace, always growth, always upward. Not
that Libra shit.
Downward, inward. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah, just moving, just going that way. Just going, growth, learning.
All right. Well, happy Mars in retrograde.
No ghouls. All right. We'll I'll send you your birthday.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye. This is my haunting hands. Hang up. Please hang up now. Please hang up. Please hurry up. Hang up.
I'm just going to hover over end broadcast.
All right. It's all right. We're off. So I don't know what I'm going to do.